Hey there folks, welcome back to another melting video. I'm going to show you something a little different. This is what I've been up to lately, my latest experiments, pouring hot pewter into seashells. So I've got a few here, let's go melting. Right, welcome back. Okay, so just lately, for those that don't know, I've been experimenting with seashells and pouring pewter into them, and the results have been quite good. It takes a long time to make. Sometimes, most of the time, it goes wrong. This one seems to have gone right. That's one I've done earlier. So I've got a few shells here. This one I found myself on the beach. This is a whelk. As you can see there, I've put a hole in there. And the reason I've done that is to allow airflow, so that when the pewter goes in, it's got somewhere to go to, and it will pop out of there. Like you see on this one, see a little tail there? It's popped out the hole. I've tried it without the hole and it didn't work. But with the hole, it seems to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and sandcast the entire shell first, the outside. And then once I've done that, I shall try the inside. These guys are a little bit smaller, so it probably won't work on the inside. However, I've drilled a tiny hole in each of them at the ends. So we'll have a go anyway. Okay, but first of all, I'm going to set up a sandcast and try and replicate this in the sand. I'm not getting the electric pot out today. I'm literally using a ladle, a few random scrap bits of pewter, and a burner. Alright, let's set this up. Right, I want to apologise for you wobbling around it, but I've got this like over the neck phone holder, and I'm filming on my phone because my GoPro is broken. So apologies for that. But what I've done is I filled up 1/2 of the flask, is what this is called, with Petrobond sand, and just going to give it a light dusting. Prevent it from sticking too much. Just there. And I'm literally going to press the shell into the mould like so. Bit more dust. Oops, bit much. Oh well. Bit much. Never mind. Then I'm going to put the top on. It's got 4 pins. And what I'm going to do is just sprinkle it. Oh, damn it, I should have. Okay. What I should have done is block the whole up of the shell with blue tack. Yeah, I'll do that quick. Hang on a sec. Right. I put the blue tack in the whole of the shell, and I've moulded it to sort of the shape as best I could. So what I'm going to do is now just sprinkle it around the edge of the shell. That way I can tuck it in nice and neat around the edges, like so. Right, fill the rest up. Doesn't matter about mess. I like to be messy. And then I'm going to roll it flat, and this presses it down completely. Right, so out of the way, and carefully lift it up. There's the shell. Trying to remove this without disturbing the stand too much. Sometimes easier said than done. Okay, and on this bit here, I'm going to put that bit out. I'm going to put this here. Oops, sorry, you can't see. Let's put that there. That is to make a channel for the hot pewter to run down. I should have done that before I closed the mould, to be fair. But that's okay. Sorry about the noise. I've got some flags up, plastic flags, and it is really windy. Okay. Do the same that side. Just like that. That should be alright. That should be fine. Right, now we close them together. And with my clamps, not very prepared. I need 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. Make some room here. So I'm going to stand the flask up and I'm going to clamp it. Come on. I'm not very strong since my crash, to be fair. Everything doesn't work properly. But I'm getting stronger, it's all good. Right. Do you know what? Hang on. Yeah, sorry, nearly forgot. Last time I tried this, I forgot to put the boards on. And what happened was then the pewter went in and pushed the sand out the sides. So yay. Right, let's put the shell to one side. Got some pewter. This doesn't take long, but I'll come back when it's done. Right. That's hot enough and liquefied. So let's be quick before it sets. Pour it straight in there. Just like that. I'll leave that about 10 minutes and I'll get back to you. Right. When that happens, it means it's still very, very hot. But it's ready to come out. So let's see how we done. As usual, they probably fail. But it's all part of the learning experience, in my opinion, that is. So let's have a look. The big reveal. Ow. I should be wearing my splinter in. Here we go. Okay, is that half? It's my brush. There it is. I'm not convinced this is going to turn out alright at all. But you never know. It might. And there's the hole in the top. Sorry, you can't see. There's the hole in the top of the shell. Yeah, it's not too pretty. There's some details there. you know what? I'll keep it and I'll run it under the Dremel and see if we can get anything else off it. Right, on to the next stage of this experiment. Right, so now we get onto the shell. I'm using the sand here in the flask, and what I've done is I've pushed I've pushed the shell into that, and I've just made it loose enough so that there's enough airflow around the shell. I'm gonna sneeze, I think. Right, let's use the pewter that's already in there. Oh, hell of a windy out here. Right, it's all liquidified. I think that's a word, or I've just made a new word up. And there we have it. Just let that settle for a moment. You know what? That might be alright. There's the bit there. This bit here is where it's come out the bottom and pushed outwards. But that will come off pretty quickly. Right, I'll see you shortly. Right, so this is that one that I showed you earlier that I'd already done. I basically just tapped it with a hammer. There's still bits of shell in it. The only way that I can see possibly, you could drill it out, but you might damage the actual. But look how cool that is. I'll show you what I'm going to do with that shortly. Let's just get this one out. So, it's still a bit warm. Alright. So what I'm going to do is, before I smash it out, let's move that. Just going to melt this bit off the edge. There you go, that'll do. That'll do. Right, so I'll leave that a couple of minutes more. But what I'll do is I'll smash this up, move that out of the way, and we'll see what it looks like inside. Right then, so let's do this. This is a whelk, don't forget, or used to be. No animals were harmed in the making of this video. I promise you, it was an empty shell. The seagulls have got there first. Right, there's still a bit of shell on there. Okay, so there's a bit of damage. It didn't go all the way through, but that's okay, it's not a problem. What I'll do is just get that bit off there, as much of the shell off as I can. That's the bit where it leaked through the shell, you know, the air hole. So I'll just snip that off. Like so. I can trim that up later with the file, but with that one, what I'm going to do now is zoom out. Got this gross horrible tin and put these in there. I've got some white malt vinegar, distilled malt vinegar, and literally just pour it in until it covers the pewter shells. And that is going to take 3 days to dissolve, maybe two or 3 days to dissolve all of the shell. So yeah. Right, what I'll do is I'll show you 3 that I've already done, and I've already buffed them up. So if you bear with us a sec, I'll just go ahead and show you those and see what the end result should look like. Back in a sec. Right, back in the house now. These are the 3 that I've done earlier. This is like a blue Peter thing. And here's one I prepared earlier. Yeah, this one took 3 days in the vinegar to dissolve the shell. And then I buffed it up nice with a Dremel. That's with that one. I think it's really awesome. It's nature's own moulds. I just think they're really cool. Make a nice little decoration for someone. I don't know. Still pretty cool. Like I said, the other 2 will be in the vinegar for a few days. So, hey, that's it. If you've liked my video, please do give my video a thumbs up. That really does help me out, like, more than you know. Appreciate all of your support, and I shall see you all on the next one.